Hey folks, it's Rick. Happy TeleTaco Tuesday number 18. Playing one of my favorite guitars, my G&L ASAT. Folks, here's an update on the Stewart Chronicles. Check him out. He's almost doubled in size. Probably around 4 pounds now. He's really bad. He's just a bad cat. But he's very nice. Very nice kitty. I know. Here's the moose. Lester P. There's Portia. Hi, Portia. I'm just taking a bath. Wouldn't bother her. Besides the dog. This is what I did on Saturday and Sunday. I finished staining this deck. We got this carpet and the new umbrella and my garden, welcome to my garden sign. It's very nice out here. And I filled up the bird seed in that thing for these ungrateful birds. What did they do? They come along, shit right on my deck. Right on my deck and on this railing. It's like they're having a shit fest on this railing. Birds. Anyway. So here's Wilbur the pig. Alright. Head in. So yeah, here on TeleTaco Tuesday, we sometimes like to bring up issues of the day. Actually, we don't ever bring up issues of the day, but we'll do it today. My neighbor was talking to me the other day about how kids these days are not connected to the outdoors. How they're very disconnected to the outdoors. And I have to agree with her. You know, you don't see kids on bikes as much anymore. When I was a kid, we had bikes. We rode them, took them apart, put them back together. This is what I did on Saturday and Sunday. I finished staining this deck. We got this carpet and the new umbrella and my garden, welcome to my garden sign. It's very nice out here. And I filled up the bird seed and that thing for these ungrateful birds. What did they do? They come along, shit right on my deck. Right on my deck and on this railing. It's like they're having a shit fest on this railing. Birds. Anyway, so here's Wilbur the pig. Alright, head in. Yeah, so we had it's like a real manly thing to have your bike upside down in your garage. Where you might be like oiling the chain or changing the inner tube. It was pretty cool. Now these parents just go out and buy their kids the nice bikes, and if it breaks they take it to someone to get it fixed, I bet. But I remember a period of like 2 years that I was looking for a back rim for my bike. Instead of like saving up the money to buy it, I was waiting for somebody to be throwing one away. And they did eventually. I didn't have brakes on my bike sometimes. I would just use my shoe against the tire. It was dangerous, but that's alright. But yeah, back to that subject of we're becoming too inward instead of outward. Another thing I was looking at was an article saying how music is becoming this thing that people do by themselves because of the technologies that are now available. Home computers can record you, and you can buy good mics, and it's just a whole culture. And so people don't necessarily have to meet other people to play music. When I was a kid, we would go and have band practice in my neighbor's garage. And that was cool because we would hang out there. We had our bikes. We were at the garage. We were playing guitars and drums, and it was really very good. I guess it's silly for me to wish my childhood on other people, but sometimes I do. Cheddar Kung Pal was talking to me today through comments. And really, he was just saying, the Mustang that I got is maybe beginner guitarists don't know how to make the adjustments that I made on the neck and on the frets. Filing out the nut slots a little bit more. But when I was a kid, I took my guitar apart completely and put it back together just for something to do. And remember one time I was talking to my mom about my guitar, how I needed this or that, maybe I could find a piece on another guitar somewhere that would fit it. She was like, well, they're not bicycles, Rick. You can't just put them together. Yeah, they are. And so, kids should take stuff apart. Their own stuff. That's not very loud. That's probably why I buy so much gear, and because when I was growing up I didn't really have a lot of gear. I mean, I wasn't poor, but I had the Aldegus guitar, which was always broken. I had my Bradford hollow body for a while, which was a 12 string that I turned into a 6 string, but the tuning pegs were so tight there you had to turn them with pliers. I didn't have an amp until I was 14, and I started playing when I was 8, roughly. So, yeah, I didn't have an amp until I was 14. I would just play through stereos and break them. I remember why I say break them is because we had a phono preamp, and I would plug my guitar through that phono preamp and into the stereo, and I blew out one of the channels doing that. Well, it's a different world today, you know. Kids are teaching themselves guitar on the internet. Don't often have as many teachers around. I was a guitar teacher for a while, but it's a different world now. You don't open up a book to teach yourself how to play a chord. You look on the internet and watch somebody else playing it. I guess that's good. That is good. So we don't want to be old. Well, we know we have to get old, but we don't want to be old. Is that smart to say? I don't know. Still make mistakes. Anyway, I hope you all have a happy TeleTaco Tuesday. I didn't do a big production because I just didn't have time, and sorry for that. But these are some of my thoughts today. And my G&L guitar is still great, even if I can't play in the right key.